Check this out. Utterly ridiculous. Thanks to Aqara for sponsoring today's video and for sending me their utterly ludicrous and absolutely awesome updated cube. You might have seen their previous cube before, but the new T1 Pro Cube can trigger Alexa routines. And if you're a big fan of the evil empire that is Apple, it can also trigger HomeKit routines too.
Good. Anything's better than Lord Vader's giant red buttons.
You mean the planet go bye-bye buttons?
Lord Vader, have you just destroyed another planet?
Yes, destroying planets is low-key fire.
Stop saying that! Bloody millennials!
The cube uses Zigbee to communicate, but it's also one of the first devices I've seen to sport the Matter branding too, making this one of the first devices I've seen that is 100% future-proofed. At least until Jeff Bezos decides he needs another yacht and gets together with his friends to sell you yet another protocol, because we all need another smart home protocol, don't we?
Corporate greed!
The old Aqara cube could be double-tapped, pushed, turned over, shaken, and rotated to start a routine. The new cube has all of this functionality, but also has numbers on it like a dice, so that you can actually start individual routines by turning it to face a particular way. This cube can start routines by being picked up and held, or turned over, or spun, poked, prodded, or placed in the mouth. Not that last one. That's obviously a joke. Put it down. More importantly though, as I already stated, you can get it to start Amazon Alexa routines outside of the Aqara ecosystem simply by enabling the Aqara skill in the Alexa app and then creating a routine in the routine section that uses one of the sides as a trigger. In the Aqara ecosystem itself, if you're happy to just control Aqara devices, you have an even greater level of gesticular fortitude. And so in addition to being able to turn the cube to a particular side to make a thing happen, you can also control any Aqara device by picking it up and shaking it, picking it up and holding it, and pushing it away from you. But on top of this, you can also use it as a dial by spinning it on your desk to adjust the brightness of an Aqara light, the height of an Aqara E1 blind, or the degree of openness of the Aqara E1 curtain motors. You can even twist this thing on your desk to adjust the temperature of an Aqara light bulb, which is just mental.
That is amazing. God, that is unbelievable. How? How can they be so clever? You clever people. Honestly, I love that.
I'm not gonna lie, this is more satisfying than that time that Uncle Phil found out that Will Smith had slapped Chris Rock. Another very cool distinction they've made within the Aqara automations is the difference between flipping to a particular side and it already being on a particular side and getting poked. If you choose face 1 up as your trigger, then the routine will start if you turn it to face 1, but also if it's already on face 1 and you give it a little shove. If you instead choose flip to side 1 as your trigger, then a little shove does nothing, and you have to actually pick it up and flip it to side 1. The cube does need an Aqara bridge to talk to She That Should Not Be Named and to, of course, anything Apple Homekit related. It needs the bridge anyway, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to program the thing up or get it to do anything. It has to have a go-between to go and do things. But this doesn't really matter, because, as I've said before, this is an Aqara Zigbee gateway. Rather ridiculously, so is this sexy voiced cat.
Normal link confirmed.
Stupid sexy cat.
And all you have to do to set this thing up is search for the Cube T1 Pro in the Aqara app, open it up using the little opening tool that came with it, hold down a reset button until it's discovered, and then thank your sexy cat.
Accessory added successfully.
Thanks, sexy cat.
You can then name your cube something appropriate, and from there you'll be able to see the cube in the Aqara app and admire how well it knows which way is up.
What? That's crazy. Look, flip to side 6. Flip to side 4.
Creating automations within the Aqara app to control other Aqara devices is so super simple it's ridiculous. And I've always been a massive fan of Aqara's ecosystem for this exact reason. Right, sick of asking you lot to subscribe. I've asked my mate Stu from Stu's Reviews to record a message for me on my behalf, because obviously anything I say won't work. Here it is.
Oh!
Was that all he sent? It's just him manipulating a wine bottle in a seductive... If you don't subscribe, there'll be more of that next week.
Oh!
If you haven't seen Stu before, he's hilariously wonderful, and he has a review of this product too. Go have a look in the description, I shall link it there. If you want to make this thing start Alexa routines as well, all you need to do is add the Aqara skill so that it discovers the cube's 5 separate sides as individual motion sensors. You can then, for example, create routines that say, if I turn the cube to side 1, then turn a room on, or start a robo vacuum, or do whatever it is you want it to do. In order for this to work, the cube will need to be in scene mode, not action mode. And the numbers in the Amazon app start with 0 instead of 1 within the Alexa and HomeKit apps. And that means that the little dice is going to be offset by 1 for each individual routine that you create. 0 is 1, 1 is 2, 3 is 4, etc. Once you've got your routines assigned to each part of the cube, you could get some custom stickers printed so that you can remember which side of the cube actually does what. There are companies online, I have a friend who actually owns one, and I'll link them in the description, and they'll print stickers for you for a reasonable price, and then you can just stick them on and you'll know forever. Awesome. That was a really weird way to end that segment. You'll know forever. So this cube has 2 modes. One is action mode. Action mode makes it behave in exactly the same way as the old cube did. So this means it can be rotated, it can't actually have it set to a particular side to start a particular routine, and it can't trigger Alexa routines or HomeKit routines if it's in that mode. In action mode, it doesn't have any of the really cool functionality, but it does have the ability to push it, which is one trigger that you can't do with scene, and give it a little spank, which is another trigger you can't do in scene mode.
Oh yeah!
You can still give it a little spank, I mean, it might enjoy it, but it won't actually do anything. It won't start a routine because scene mode is not listening out for love taps and pushes. This is a bit of a shame because I'd like to be able to do both. I want to be able to both start Alexa routines by switching it to a particular side, and I'd like to be able to occasionally give it a love tap or a shove to make other things happen. But this is more of a disappointment than Harry Kane's penalty attempt.
Harry Kane, he's missed it. Oh
my. What was that?
For me personally, this isn't a massive problem. The only thing I might have liked to have done is had the scene mode so I could do the Alexa routines and be able to give it a little spank, because as people know, I do like to spank it.
Paul Hibbert likes to spank it. Coming soon to a Blockbuster video near you.
Title of your sex tape. This little cube boasts up to 2 years battery life because of its super low energy Zigbee protocol. It's got a Matter label already on the Aqara website, so it's technically the first Matter enabled device I've tried. And if you're already invested in the Aqara ecosystem, or you were thinking of doing so, then the automations can be taken even further, with the cube doing different things depending on what time of the day it is. You could shake the cube in the morning to have the lights come on, and then shake the cube at nighttime to have it close the curtains. Two entirely separate things from one action simply based on time. This is one of the most innovative things I've been sent in ages. People are always saying how they want like a button to be able to trigger Alexa routines. This is that on steroids. I strongly recommend it. It is really one of my favorite gadgets of 2022. If you're interested in buying one, just bear in mind that the old one looks very, very similar. So if you're scouting for the cheapest price, bear that in mind. You'd probably be better off just using my links in the description, my affiliate links. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. That will tell YouTube's algorithms it was a good video and more people should see it. If you want to see some more of this guy, hit that subscribe button and ding that bell. If you ding the bell, it lets YouTube know that you want to be notified when I upload videos. These incredible people here are my patrons from Patreon. Without them, there would be no channel. I say it every single week. I know I do, it's probably getting tiresome, but really, without them, I would be doing something very, very different. I would be in a call center, I would be very bored, and so would you, because this would not be here. If you want to do that, you can do that at either Patreon or buy me a one-off beer at PayPal, and either way, I will genuinely love you forever. These are my Facebooks and my Twitters and my Instagrams and my TikToks too. Come and hang out there and we can be best friends. See you next time. Ow. Hurt my wrist. And no, not through what you think. It's through screwing with a screwdriver.
That's all you're getting. I hope that's what you wanted. Jesus Christ. Back to the wine.